Good morning. Actually, it's 1 o'clock, whatever. You don't know that, do you? So it doesn't matter. Today, I'm going to do a really quick, it's a Saturday, and I'm going to quickly blitz this shit heap that is my house. And I thought, do you know what? Sometimes I just wish someone else would get the, tidying started and then I can get on board. And I thought, well, then this might help you. So technically you're helping me get started because I know I'm doing it with you. And I thought maybe then it would help you get started because you're doing it with me. So you're going to get out your pot, okay? You're going to pull that wedgie out. You're going to stand up and you're going to do a little job that you've been putting off, because sometimes you just need someone to say, can you just do that? And then you do it. And then for the rest of the day, you just think you're the shit. Oh, if you're new here, I'm Holly, part-time Zumba, part-time Z-list influencer. I've got a podcast as well. And I've got a boyfriend. So I'm an all-rounder. Sorry, that's so shit. But I've got ADHD and autism. Beep. I like to talk about that all the time. But I really struggle with getting on with things. But I also struggle with living in a shit heap. So there's no one that wins in this situation, because either I'm stressed because I've got to tidy or I'm stressed because I'm tidying. So anyway, I just thought I'm just going to get on with it, because Rory's gone to the shop to get some lunch. And I thought, while he's there, Holly, just get on with it. So shall we begin? Another little hack for you is what I do is I pretend that I'm a sim. So I kind of pretend that someone's there like clicking, being like, tidy, do this. Because actually, one of my favourite packs on The Sims is the laundry pack. Like, I love the thought of doing laundry on there, but I'm like, babe, why don't you just do it in person? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend I'm a sim and I'm getting things done. So first thing this sim's doing is laundry. This is all clean stuff, so I'm going to empty this out. Also, this is so good. I got this from Amazon. I'll link it below. I found, right, that basically what I have to do is make the tasks that I put off as easy to do as possible, and then I will do them. So this basket looks like a boring purchase, but before I was like trying to carry all my washing, it was like winding me up. It just stopped me from doing it. Whereas now, because I've got this, there's no excuses. So let's load that all in. Also, my mum always said to me, do little and often, little and often. And I thought, shut up, mum, I can't do little and often. But actually, unfortunately, like always, my mum was right. I'm completely converted to period pants. I think they're the best thing since sliced bread. Which does mean more washing when you're on your period, but at the same time, it just means that it's so much more comfortable and they actually like hold it all. Like, I was having to change tampons the whole time, whereas now my period pants, I'm just live, laugh, loving at all times. The thought of getting a boob job never really got past that initial like, oh, could do thought. Sorry if that was a bit of a TMI, but I feel like if you don't like TMIs, you probably wouldn't be watching this anyway. Right, so that's the first thing. Got the washing load. Just going to check some washing that I've already done. See if it stinks of damp, because I do have a little habit of making the washing smell damp. I'm going to sniff Rory's pants. Just again, mind your own business while I'm giving it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my God, we might have a full house of clean laundry. God, I'm good. None of those smell like damp. That is a mega win in our house. I also, before I go to bed, I write out my things that I've achieved that day, and that is 100% going on there. Like, sometimes you've got to count the small wins. Okay, so the wash has been bunged in. Then I love my washing smelling nice. So I've got these, I've forgotten the box. P&G. I think it's Persil, but it's their double ones. So things really smell nice. So yeah, get that, whack that in, put that on for a wash for an hour and 40. Bosh, one job already done. Okay, now we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna actually we're gonna take all these clothes from in here and we're gonna put them away. Let me put you here. Maybe we'll do like a time lapse little sweet bit of tunage right now. Okay, this is what we're working with. 2 mega piles of washing, because I cannot work in the week and do washing as well. It's one or the other. Another brilliant thing that I did is I sorted out all my drawers so everything has a home. Like, people always say, make sure everything's got a home. I sort of, shut up, I haven't got time for that. But actually, unfortunately, the worst bit of everything is getting started. Once I'm in the flow, I'm like, oh, this is quite relaxing that I'm actually getting on with something. So yeah, on days like this, I saw someone say this, and I was like, you're so right. Like, when you've got ADHD, like, you're like, oh, I just can't wait for the weekend. I'm going to be so relaxed. I'm going to have such a good time. And then the weekend hits, and there's too much free time that you don't know what to do with it, and then you stress yourself out that you're not using it right. So what I do is I still create myself like a timetable for the weekend as well. It doesn't sound very much like I'm living at large, but it does mean that I can actually enjoy it. And what I do is I create a list of things that I just like want to do that are fun. So say like making my Lego flowers that I've got downstairs, or doing some painting. And then I have a list of things that are productive but fun. So I still get that kind of dopamine hit of like getting on with something. So for example, I'd have on there like selling some stuff on Vinted, like this pile needs to go up on Vinted. And Vinted is so good. I've made like £450 out of selling stuff. When you first start, you're like, oh, I think I might like that, like I don't want to sell that, rah, rah. But then once you start seeing like the money coming in, you get a bit more ruthless and you actually get rid of the stuff and you're like, babe, you don't wear any of this, like let's just get rid. I'd also like to add, there's some days where I literally just play Sims all day, or I just like flip between like playing Sims, maybe reading a book for like 10 minutes and then watching TV, and then playing Stardew Valley on the Switch. So don't feel bad if you're having one of those days and you're like, I actually need to be completely horizontal, because tomorrow I probably will be. Do you know, another thing I found since my diagnosis of autism specifically is that I now just cannot deal with things that are claustrophobic or uncomfortable, like around my stomach. Like I can't bear wearing things that are high-waisted and tight. Like jeans that are tight is like an absolute no. So I got this vintage pair of Levi and they fit me so nicely. I think maybe because they're the old ones with the buckle. Like I've got quite wide hips, but I've got quite a small waist, and don't know, they just fit really nicely and I'm so pleased with myself. And I saw loads of pairs on there, so you can kind of like, if you get a pair that doesn't properly fit, like you can always just resell it, like put it back on. Another thing, I like all my clothes to be really bright and fun, because I'm a bright and fun person. I don't want to wear something boring, but actually I've realised having some boring things does just take the decision out of things. It means you can go out and just not think and it will look all right. Also, I live in these tops. Again, it really pained, even though these were like £18 or £14, it's not that much, but it pained me to spend that on something that is so boring. But this is the perfect shaped top and I wear it all the time, and it means you can wear funky trousers. So that's how I said it to myself. I've always had a phobia of sick, right? I didn't want to go under anaesthetic in case it made me feel ill. However, I get asked by quite a few people like, oh, like, would you have got a boob job, like considering your boobs are so small, blah blah blah. And I also get a lot of like DMs being like, hey, like we'd love to do your boobs or like do some plastic surgery in return for videos. And I'm like, I never expressed I had a problem, but thank you for saying that you'll do that for me. I would never get a boob job, but I would love to have a little bit of boob. Like it's something I always thought. Like I remember when boobs first started growing, I was so excited. I'd check them in the mirror every day. Like, oh my god! But they honestly, they grew literally for like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh my god, yes. And they just stopped. They just were like, that's it, babe. See you later. I think even this is a push-up bra, not a push-up bra, but this has got like stuff in it. They're smaller than this. Anyway, I actually love having small boobs because I really like sport, so I like that they're like not in the way. However, when I was younger, I remember I did kind of want some. I think mainly because I like wanted to fit in stuff. And when I went to parties, I always felt like I looked a bit boyish, and that everyone fancied the girls that looked a bit more like voluptuous. Oh yeah, anyway, I went to Dubai to like visit my friend from uni lived in Dubai, and when we were there, I was on the pill. So my boobs had like grown and got bigger, and I was like, oh my god, this is my time to shine. I'm gonna wear a little cami, I'm gonna wear a push-up bra that's gonna look so good. And as soon as I put that bra on, I was like, oh my god, I don't like this at all. I was like, what the hell, who is this in front of me? It scared me so much, and then I just stopped. And it's so funny because I spent my whole time as like a teen being like, oh my god, I can't wait for these boobs, can't wait for these boobs. I'm like, where are they? I finally got some, and then I was like, this looks so weird. So if you're that age and you're feeling a bit like, oh, like I do actually think that feeling will pass, and you'll probably be a bit like, do you know what, this is like actually fine. Or you might be like, actually no, I want something there, and that's also fine. Also, this Saturday, I feel like a lot of you are like me, so you wouldn't actually think this is a boring Saturday, like getting your ducks in a row. Sometimes I am a bit like, oh, should I be making the most of like the weekends and going out and seeing people and doing all this stuff? But like, actually, I've realised I find being an adult really quite hard, and I find the general, like, I feel like I don't know if this is interesting to you, seeing like a video of like an actual like proper day in the life of what I do as like an influencer, and then everyone like now is like, oh my god, influencers, you don't do anything and you say it's hard. So I'm like really treading carefully about how I say what I kind of want to say, but I think in general being an influencer is not hard, right? Like I could comfortably live a very easy, chilled life. Like I could kind of pump one video out a day, not think about it too much, and just be like, oh well, it doesn't really matter. But if you want this job to be like your long-term career, like if you actually want to be able to sustain this like forever and not have to go back to whatever your job was before, or like pivot and do something else, you do have to really think about how you're going to make it long term, because the problem is like with the way that like things change so quickly, or people's interests change, or your relevance trains, you can't really just get complacent and post a video and hope for the best. So in trying to make this like a long-term job, I'm really able to think, okay, well, what am I going to do that's going to set me apart, or like how am I going to do it? Like things like the podcast, for example, that is a good way to try and show that you can do things beyond making like a 1-minute video, and you can still keep an audience entertained. So that will give you longevity, because then hopefully you can go into presenting or radio presenting, which is what I want to to do, or more long form content or whatever else, right? Because you don't want to just rely on brand deals for the rest of your life. Well, I don't, just because I don't think, it just feels weird, like not knowing, I don't know, it's quite like daunting. But yeah, coming up with those things, but still trying to keep something ticking over every single day as well, does get quite complicated, because at the minute there's like a few different prongs to what I do. So I try and post a video every day on TikTok and Instagram. So that will be, me and Rory will sit down for 2 hours once a week and plan out all the ideas following week, when we're going to film them, how we're going to film them, when we're going to fit in editing, adding captions, blah blah blah. Then you've also got your stuff that you actually make money from, which is brand deals. So that involves like speaking to a brand. The brand will come to you and be like, look, we'll offer you X amount to make a video on your channel, but we want you to include X, Y, Z. Quite often I push back quite heavily on that, because I'm like, my audience aren't going to care about what you're asking me to make a video. Like normally, say the product is like, I don't know, a chocolate bar, they'll be like, okay, so we want you to be like saying to people like, on the go, I love this chocolate bar and I love it because it's easy to eat, it's quick to eat, and it tastes like this. And they'll be like, we want you to mention the product in the first 3 seconds, we want a close-up zoom of the product, and we want you to list the USP. So that's the unique selling point. So it'll be like the chocolate bar is healthy, tasty, and under 150 calories or something, which I would never do. I would never ever in a video say, oh, I have this because it's this amount of calories, because I would never promote that, and I also wouldn't ever care about that. Anyway, because these brands like really want you to do like a proper advert and just reel off their benefits, I often push back quite a lot, because I'm like, no audience actually cares about that. And I do think you have to make your videos this is also helpful if you want to get into making content. Like, my first piece of advice is, do not just take every brand deal that comes your way, because if you end up getting known for just being someone that accepts every deal and just says the things that the brand wants you to say, your audience are not going to like that and are not going to trust your opinions. And there is nothing that is more important than being honest, I think, and being close and kind with your audience. I don't know, I think you're here to entertain, aren't you? You're not here to be a salesperson. And I think if you then become a salesperson, everyone's going to, one, they're going to switch off you, but I also think you're going to feel quite bad yourself. Like if you're saying to people, oh, I use this, I always use this product and it really does this to me, but you know, you actually got sent it last week and it doesn't actually do that for you. I do think that will mentally get to you after a while, but also your audience are never then going to trust your opinions. So be very careful. Like when I was first getting deals and offers, I made sure, like, some of the money I've been offered to promote things is insane, but you have to remember that, like, yeah, you might take that paycheck then, but you could then lose like your trust, and that means that you're going to lose 10 paychecks. So that's another part of the job, is like dealing with brand deals. And so normally I have a call with the brand and I'll kind of lay down the law and be like, look, I will do this, I won't do that. And then from then, either the brand is like, yes, okay, fine, we'll let you do that, or sometimes the brand's like, no, sorry, we want someone that's gonna say all these benefits, and if so, then I'm just not the right person. And then after that, you write out like a script, send that back to the brand review it, then you film the video, get the video edited. Normally it has a couple of changes from the brand, and then the video goes live, so you have that part of the job. Then with the podcast, so we film 2 podcasts every 2 weeks, so you've got writing research for that, right, so that I know I'm not just chatting shit, writing the script for that, and then getting any like props you need for it, sending everything over to the producers, and then you go and film that. So that's once a week. What else is there? There's also like, I obviously want to get into radio, so I need to come up with some different things that I can do to show my ability to present. So if anyone's got any ideas of what I can do, if anyone works in that industry, let me know. Like, basically need to go to all different channels and say like, I will do it for free, like I'll do whatever you want if you will just take the risk on me and see how it goes. Honestly, I think so much of going after what you want is taking risks. Like everything I've done, I've been like, I'm not qualified enough to do this, or like, I'm not going to be chosen for this, and then when I am, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. So yeah, that's one thing, that you do have to absolutely blindly believe in yourself and believe things are going to work out, because then even if they don't work out, probably edged a little bit closer to what you're trying to get to. Anyway, what else do I do? Oh, on top, yeah, also, yeah, so it's the content every day, it's the brand stuff, podcast, and then YouTube as well. I try and get out a more like podcast episode. I'm trying to do that once a week, and then I've also then got this vlog as well, so remembering to film this, thinking of things I can do to make sure it's interesting for you guys, and then also, yeah, getting all the footage uploaded and sorted and stuff. I do actually have something doesn't smell right down there. Oh, Rory's cooking. Okay. I don't know what he's cooking that smells like wheat, but I'm just gonna be happy that it's not me that smells like weed. Well, anyway, if anyone's interested, I can go into more detail what I think you would need to do to try and become a creator, like the strategy behind it, and like things that do work and don't work. Because I see a lot of people when they start out and what they do, and one piece of advice I would give that I see a lot of people do is they post very much being like, guys, I'm trying to be a creator, so can you please follow me, or like, I'll like your stuff if you like my stuff, like all this. But I think what you've got to do is post like you are already a creator. You don't want people just to follow you and support you because they also want to be a creator and they're only supporting you because they want you to like their stuff back. You have to start posting like you were already a creator. Like I would post when I first started, like I already had an audience, like people already cared about what I had to say, even though obviously no one did. And it's also like you have to be relentless with it. Like I can't explain, like this job is my entire life. Like there is nothing in the world that brings me joy like posting videos. Like I think about video ideas when I wake up, I think about video ideas when I go to sleep. Me and Rory talk so much about video ideas. It's absolutely relentlessly all I think about, and I know a lot of other creators are the exact same. Like even like everything, like my thoughts are almost in video ideas. Do you know what I mean? Like I go around my day-to-day life and I'll have a thought and I'm like, that's a video idea. I don't know if that's helpful, potentially. Yeah, I think Rory's about to bring me some lunch. Oh.
Hello.
Hello, that's very sweet.
It's your servant here with your lunch, madam. Your daily lunch.
As he should. I've just been tidying actually.
Does that look good?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What would a piece of advice you would give to someone that wants...
Is it lousy advice?
No, it's actually good advice. What advice would you give? I was kind of talking through like the amount of different things that go into the work behind the scenes. Another thing I want to do is a video, I don't know if you find it interesting, with Rory to explain how there's enough work for both of us to be getting on with it. Because I would say, like, coming from your other job, were you surprised how much work working in the influencer world was?
Yeah, there was a lot more work to do than I thought there'd be.
Yeah, because I was kind of saying like I focus so much in the week at work that by the weekend I just need to like sort things out, and I'm not really chatting. I want to chat to everyone, but I worry that you guys are going to be like, but you're just an influencer. So I'm like, what do you mean you're tired? You've done fuck all. Yeah. But then I think sometimes when you try and explain it, I'm then like, oh, I'm not saying it's hard. No. It's not hard, but if you want it to be a long time job, it's busy, and I'm so passionate about it that you can't stop but want to work all the time and make things better and better and better for people to watch.
Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm quite hungry, so I might go downstairs and eat my lunch.
Okay, that's fine.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's sorry, we haven't actually seen each other yet today.
I'll let Holly catch up with you, and then I'll catch up with her after.
Oh, I was telling them how I'm tidying. Look, I've just made this bed. What do you think?
That is mega. Yeah, I like that. Good work.
Okay, I'm gonna go and eat my food, and then we'll get back to business. Hello, today I am going on to Radio London to talk about ADHD, autism and the podcast. And all morning I've been like, I actually can't remember what the podcast's about. Like, what actually is the podcast? What is the point? Maybe I should stop doing it.
Because I hold the whole podcast together. You've got no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, in your dreams. I'm a bit scared because it's live. I'm a bit like, you can't swear. So I'm having to practice saying, take the mick, not take the piss. And saying, oh, fudge, you know? I think I've trod on chewing gum. I don't have it. Something was sticking. So we're a bit early, and I'm scared I'm going to say the wrong thing.
I reckon they're going to ask you about the football.
Shut up.
Or your thoughts on who's going to win the Ashes this year.
Whatever. My armpits are so sweaty right now.
She stinks. So you just told your parents you're going on. What did they say?
Oh yeah, I just put in my family group chat and said, oh guys, we'll be on the radio at 2:40, like check in. What did my dad reply?
He said, we'll try and tune in. We'll see if we can. So, what do you reckon he's doing that means
he won't
can't?
be doing anything?
He'll literally just be sat on the sofa watching football.
I don't know why he's playing hard to get. He's like, oh, we'll try. Like, he's so busy. Like, babe, get yourself on there listening immediately. So yeah, we're just waiting around the corner because we're early. I'm so nervous right now. And I haven't even had lunch yet.
She'll be fine, won't she? Get in the comments and tell her she'll be fine.
It's 2 p.m. and I haven't eaten lunch because I did something with Scott Mills like a few months ago, and I'd eaten just before getting there, and then I couldn't stop belching. I think because when I had food in my stomach and then I was nervous and I can't burp, so I was just like blah, 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 every other word. So I need to not do that. I also need to not nervous laugh, because sometimes these things I'm just like and I'm like, you need to not be doing that. Rory kindly has grown his unibrow out especially for this moment.
Do you think we could go to Boots or something after and get some tweezers?
Yeah, we won't get done by someone. We're on Oxford Street, so we can go shopping after this, which is perfect.
Absolutely not.
Rory's absolutely buzzing. Get me to all the shops.
Find me in the boozer, babe.
Yeah. I don't know what we can do after this. The world's our oyster, but by that, We're gonna go to
Get something
Pret,
to
go
eat.
home and play Sims.
Get
I think.
some tweezers.
Yeah, I want to get a picnic
pie and
bar.
mash tonight.
Oh yeah, I thought you said no.
Yeah, potentially. We could
I
have
hope
it
so.
tonight,
I would
couldn't
like it tonight. Yeah, that would be good. So yeah, not much to report apart from we're on the steps waiting for my big break. I'm hoping I'm going to go on there and then they're going to be like, oh my god, she's so good at radio. We're actually going to hire her and she's going to do every show on every channel. I think it could happen, do you? And then they're going to say, actually, can we get you on Strictly Come Dancing too? And I'll be like, yes babe, I'm ready. Let's see. Hi guys, we're currently in the waiting room. I know I'm gonna have to shake Abby's hand and my hand is so clammy. I've already shaken the producer's hand and honestly it was like sliding off of his. And I should have just said, sorry, my hand's really clammy because I'm nervous, but I didn't. I think that makes it worse. This is what it looks like.
Big time.
I'm not even letting myself eat a mint because I'm scared even that's gonna make my throat gurgle. Right, we're finished. We're outside BBC.
Yeah, we. Pardon, what just happened? I got told I was just coming to carry the bags. Get there, I just get put in a chair and a mic put in front of me.
Yeah, Rory was
I'm on the
just
radio.
on air.
And I had zero prep. I didn't think that was happening.
Also, I like they had my full name. So it
Yeah,
was always every
yeah,
announcement.
that
It
was
was
good.
like Holly Morris and
Rory.
Rory.
I was like, should I tell?
Oh
I was
my
like,
God,
it's too
I'm,
late
like,
now to tell her,
shaking.
so I was just like, whatever.
I've got a stress rash.
Just let it happen.
I'm absolutely starving and Rory needs a wee, but I was getting too overwhelmed. I was like, no, we need to just get out, Rory, come on. Can't go for a wee here. I was like, oh my God, Gabby was so nice.
She was lovely,
I
wasn't
really
she?
want to
She
be
was really
her.
nice, yeah.
She was so nice.
She made me at ease, which
Yeah, she did.
takes
She was
a
so
lot.
weird, and she was like, "Do Zumba." So Rory's actually twerking in the Radio London studio, which is not what we had in our bingo card.
yeah,
And she said her daughters follow me as well. What the hell?
that is pretty cool.
That is sick.
So on the whole, it was a good experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was well good. And we got to stay on for longer. She was like, "Do you want to stay
Oh,
on
yeah.
for the next person?" I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, so the guy,
obviously.
there was someone coming on after us,
I felt a bit
James.
bad. Like, he was probably a bit like, "Why the hell are you here?" And it's my
No,
turn.
well, no, I don't think so.
Luckily, because he did a magic show, he didn't need
Yeah,
us.
so he did a couple of magic tricks on us, which was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Right, anything else to say to the squad?
No, I haven't actually got any thoughts right now because I've just come out, so I'm like really like.
Okay.
But hopefully I'll have some more thoughts
We'll
later.
catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.